water crossing operation is a combination of using the engineers, the forward observers, having some kind of a supporting force and an assaulting force. The first thing when we get some intel about the upcoming terrain, it's from the map or from the reconnaissance forces, we have to decide where will we make the crossing. And the first step is to make a tentative plan that we will be making the cross from this grid area. And when we get closer to the river site, we can visually confirm the correct and more detailed position where we will be making the crossing. And that's the decision for the company commander. And if we have the battalion forces around us, it's the decision of the battalion commander, because the river crossing or breaching a minefield is the most important task for the whole task force at the moment, because if it's not successful, if we fuck it up, the whole battalion's attack will stall at that point. So that's why it's always led by the highest leadership, highest forward observer in the area, which has the best knowledge of the situation and has most available resources to conduct the operation. Okay, when the first step is the basic drills, when the leading platoon makes contact with the river or the obstacle that we are crossing, they will of course take the best position in that area, and their task is to be the first platoon to make enemy contact and engage the enemy on the other side of the obstacle, and they will later on be the first platoon to act as a support by fire force. And after that, of course, the rest, the two other platoons will move as the company commander tells them, and normally there will be at least two platoons as in the support by fire positions, so that they can cover the engineers, and one platoon will act as an assault force and get ready behind them. So I've marked Bravo 1 and Bravo 2 and Bravo 3 positions on your map, east side of Anspec, and Doug, if you want to change these, you're more than welcome, because this is your company, but this is the model that I put on the map.
That's fine. We'll just go with 1, 2, 3 as signed on the map.
Okay, at that point, when the platoons are getting ready, of course the CO will contact the engineers and tell them about the situation, and tell them to move to a position which they are close to conduct their own operation. And I marked the Alpha 8 position where the engineers would be positioned, and they will be covered by the support by fire forces in front of them. Okay, next, when we have all these pieces ready, and this must be done in quick speed, because the clock starts to count when we make contact with the river, and the clock mustn't count too far, because the enemy is watching and they will use indirect fires on that area if we stay put too long. Next phase is the orders, and the CO gives orders for the engineers where to lay the bridge and how the bridge laying will be supported, and where the engineers will move to the bridge laying site, and all of those details. And the CO will give it directly either to the engineer company commander, or if there's an engineer platoon with the needed equipment close by and it has been assigned to the company, he will give the orders directly to the platoon leader. Next, the CO will give orders to the forward observer where to cover the bridge laying, where to put smoke, where to put high explosives and everything, and how long will he want those smokes and high explosives to have an effect on the enemy. And normally the bridge laying takes about 5 to 6 minutes. That's the time that the bridge laying machine vehicle needs to put the bridge down. So normally he will give the forward observer an order to uh, uh, harass the enemy for 7 minutes on this and this grid and put smoke screen on that grid and so on. Okay. Next he will give the orders for the supporting forces or his own company platoons, which is the crossing order across the bridge, which platoon will be leading, who's coming after that, and so on. What's the mission for the leading platoon, where it will go, and what's its detailed tasks, and what the company will do after the crossing. Because if the platoons don't know what they are going to do after the crossing, they will all be they will, how do you say it? They will all be clumped on the bridge, and again they will be a big target. Okay, and when he has given these tasks to his own platoons, he waits for the ready reports. The ready reports must come from the supporting forces that they are ready to support. The assault force must report that he is ready to move, and he must get a report from the forward observer that when he is ready to put the rounds to the ground, and he must get a ready report from the engineers that they are ready to lay the bridge. And when he has gotten all of these things, he will give the orders first to the forward observer to put the rounds on the ground. When he hears the time that is say 3 minutes to the start of the indirect fire, he can then start his clock. He must evaluate how long does the engineer vehicle take to drive from the cover to the open ground where it will lay the bridge. He must then decide that, say, it takes 60 seconds to the engineer vehicle, the bridge laying vehicle to get to the site. He will give the order to the engineers at minus 60 seconds to the start of the indirect fires to go. At that point, he will give the supporting forces the order to support when all the platoons will move to the battle positions. And when the engineers are laying the bridge and they have finished laying it, the engineers will report their readiness, and after that the CO will order the first platoon to cross the river to move on, and all the rest platoons that are waiting for their correct order to move across the river will count the platoons and vehicles and move on their own across the bridge and to their given positions. And when the platoon's leaders report to the CO that they have crossed the bridge and are ready to move on, the CO will again give the orders for the for the company to move on. Okay, that's in short the whole task of moving across an water obstacle. And sorry about my little clumsy English, but it's getting better all the time.
No worries.
It's fine. A lot more
Okay.
when I finish.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Perkele.
Perkele.
That's all my finish.
Okay, Duck, when you are ready to begin, I think the first step is that you move your company to the in your given order across the first bridge and towards the site where I have marked the bridge. And you give the orders for the platoons to take positions in the starting positions for Bravo 1, Bravo 2, Bravo 3 and the engineers. And when these platoons are in position, we will then discuss about how to use the forward observers and the engineers and platoons, and go once again in short the whole detail of crossing the river.
Roger. Platoons Bravo 1 and Bravo 2, you are to move directly towards the fire positions Bravo 1 and Bravo 2. You're not to go up in them yet, but be just short of them by 100-200 meters, so you won't expose yourself until we need it. But Bravo 3 will follow me and be in Bravo 3 area, and we'll go from there. So Bravo 1, move out.
Word up, Chris. Can you detach vehicle and attach it to Max, mate?
Sorry, say again?
Can you detach Bravo 1-3 to Max, mate?
Oh, you want to attach Bravo 1-3 to me? Okay.
No. Can you give that to Max?
Oh, give it to Max. Okay.
Thank you. We'll be after you, mate.
Okay, handle that to Max. I'm up.
Max,
Yeah.
Chris, if you could drive it.
Yeah, it works now.
All right, Roger.
So first platoon, move out.
First platoon is moving.
And last vehicle in first platoon, report when he is across the river.
This is fucking clumsy.
As soon as the last vehicle in first platoon reports that he is across the river, that's the move order for second platoon, so we get a little disbursement in between the platoons.
Understood. Last vehicle of Bravo 1-1 has just crossed the bridge now.
Second platoon move.
Remember, Chris, you got me and Max in your platoon as well, mate.
Oh, yeah, apologies. Yes, I've got you to come up behind me.
Right,
I'll get a
last
little way
vehicle
across
across.
and stop and let you catch up. Over.
No, we're with you, mate.
Alpha 8, you will be moving behind third platoon.
Alpha 8, copy out.
Muscle?
Yeah?
When you are all the way across the river, split up your platoon and give your 2 section to Swordsman. I'll take that instead of Bravo 65.
I'm not platoon leader.
Bravo 1's just halted and waiting for Bravo 1-3 to come up to me.
We're right behind you, mate. Continue.
I got you. Okay, I'll proceed.
CO is across the river. Third platoon move.
So who is platoon leader? Bravo 2?
Bravo 1-1 moving again.
That is you, Muscle.
No, I took 2-1.
Yeah, that's the platoon leader.
No, that's 2 starters, the leader, right?
Yeah, so you are platoon leader in Bravo 2. If you want to keep at that, let me know. If not, split your vehicles and let me take some. It's up to you.
Bravo 4, hold for Alpha 8.
Bravo 1-3, this is 1-1. When we get to just behind the battle position, I'll deploy us into line Over.
Copy that.
Bravo 3, over.
Just right click the Bravo 2-4 and give to Swordsman. Thank you. I'll follow you.
Alpha 8 just crossed the bridge out.
Probably turn left in a minute after the railing signal is gone.
Understood.
Bravo 1 is just in position north of position Bravo 1. Over.
Roger.
Bravo 1-3, you okay?
Yeah.
Chris, you got me 1-4 on your left.
Oh, 1-4's on the command as well, is it now? Right, over.
1-3 is on the right flank. Over.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, so I've got 1-1 and 1-2. That's fine, as long as I know.
Yep.
Gives us a spare.
Always nice with some spare parts.
Yeah, and just remember, guys, this is pretty much just a dry run. We can just get all the theory in first, and then we can do another go through of it again, and you can take the normal guys you're driving with, DK and stuff.
Yeah, shit happens. It's training.
Yeah, training saves a lot of blood.
Steel Beast saves a lot of blood
Yeah.
and money.
Guys, listen up. The order we'll be going across the river is Bravo 1 and Bravo 2 will be supporting by fire from positions Bravo 1 and Bravo 2. As soon as the engineers have laid the bridge, Bravo 3 will rush up and go across and move to the new battle position, the blue Bravo 3, to secure our southern front. Then Bravo 2 will get across and go to battle position blue Bravo 3. And last, Bravo 1 will go up and stay just on the other side of the river, ready to engage in any direction as needed if we are being pressed from any sides. And lastly, CO will get across together with the rest of the of our forces. Any questions?
Bravo 1 copies.
Bravo 2 copies.
Okay, that was a good order, but I a little bit disagree about your own position because you must be in the front, and I think, in my opinion, you should cross the bridge after Bravo 3 or at least after Bravo 2. Because if they counter enemy, you must be there to make your own observations and your decisions about the terrain on your own observation.
Okay, I'll just go behind
Hello.
Bravo 3 then. I'll just a chicken.
Yeah.
Usual.
Okay, I think you have received ready reports from all your platoons. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, now the company, all the pieces are in place. So Bravo 1 and Bravo 2 are in front, and they have gotten themselves to behind their support by fire positions. They are not visible to the enemy, but if they see enemy, they will of course engage them. So that's the normal battle from those positions. But when you give the order, or when the platoons are given the order to support, they must move to the battle position so they are visible, so that if the enemy is watching and hiding, they will engage those tanks and not the engineers moving up front, because we can always spare one tank, but we can't spare any engineering tanks. So that's why they must be visible and as targets for the engineers to cross safely. Okay, next you will give the orders for the engineers and decide the place where you want your bridge to be laid, and you must do it from the back by observing with your binoculars or from the map, and that's the best you can do. Then you will give the orders for the forward observer to about the smokes and high explosives, and lastly you would have given the crossing order and the tasks for the platoons, but you already gave them, which is fine. So now give the orders for the engineers and the forward observers.
Okay, engineers, move out. Use the area with the green bridge marking on the map as your first point. From map recon, I think it's doable, but I'm not really sure. It might be you have to go a little left or a little right. Just tell us when you get there.
Roger, do you want me to use 1 or 2 Vibers initially? Over.
That depends on the width of the. I can't see it from the map, so you have to go up there and see. Bring only one from the start. If you deem it necessary while you're laying the first, pull up the second one. And artillery, I want you to be able to observe in the open ground behind the bridging area, and begin your smoke operation and high explosives as soon as the engineers reach the about 100 meters from the river. Over.
Copy that, and I will be playing as your forward observer.
Roger.
Okay, now all the platoons have their orders, the engineers have their orders, and the forward observer has his orders. And now the engineers will move, as you have said. They will recon the bridgelaying site, and they would use their own infantry to go and take a look and make the measurements, and the bridgelaying vehicle would stay in the cover. And of course, when the engineers are moving front, they must be supported by the tanks in back. And in the Finnish army, we have the terrain is more covered, and we normally put at least one platoon of infantry swimming across the river and taking the other side of the river, the terrain, so that the engineers can work in safe. But in this open terrain, I don't see it. It's no point, because you can see the terrain in front from those positions that you are now in currently. And the forward observer has gotten his own tasks, and he is plotting the correct fire course, and when he's ready, he will report that he is ready, and then you will give the order for the forward observer to fire the rounds, and he will then report when the time is that the rounds will impact on ground. So what's the H minus time?
Yes.
And you must at this point decide how long does the bridgelaying vehicle take to get to the bridgelaying site, so you can give the order when the correct time is in favor of the indirect fires.
Yeah, I think the bricklayer should move out now. If you...
he should move closer. He should move behind Bravo 1 or Bravo 2, whichever he decides is the best place for him to approach the bridgelaying site, because he's currently too far.
Yeah.
Alpha 8 is moving up to behind Bravo 2, over. Suggest I move up my second Viber to Bravo 2 as well, over.
Yep, roger that.
Can I say something really quick?
Yep.
Right, this is normally where you would also have an engineer section following along with the Beaver, so they could prepare the bridge laying part of it.
Yeah. You would also have infantry already on the other side, normally in NATO at least. That's been done every time I've been participating in something like this.
Yeah, because they must cover the engineers measuring, like you said, the engineer section, which will measure the bridge laying site. We have done it a few times without the measurements, and it in half the cases the bridge is fallen too short, or it can't stand the weight of the tanks. So the measurements are really important for the bridge laying.
Yep.
Question. Let's say we did this with the three companies, one being the mech. This is open terrain, but let's say we should cross in the area of Schwachhausen. Would you put infantry across in that area first?
Yeah, because there's the high ground is in the south, and there's the big forest that can conceal the enemy. But the area is so wide that you would have to put the whole infantry company across the river, and then again it makes no sense. So you would have to decide the place where you cross the river, so that there's most cover from the terrain, and you can cover the bridge laying with the smallest force available.
Okay. Go on.
Alpha 8 in position behind Bravo 2.
Okay, is artillery ready?
Artillery ready.
Okay, Alpha 8 go. Bravo 1 and Bravo 2 go in
don't
position.
Don't send the Alpha 8 until the forward observer gives you the time when the indirect fires will come. Because if Alpha 8 moves behind cover and there's no indirect fires, then once again he's vulnerable for enemy fires.
Then Artie, begin your barrage.
Copy that.
And tell me when there are 30 seconds left until the shots fall.
Copy that.
CO, was that orders for Bravo 1 to move up to their
No,
positions?
I'm cancelling those. As soon as you see the beepers going past you, you will take position Bravo 1 and Bravo 2. Over.
Okay.
Roger.
Bravo 1 copies.
And guys, I see a lot of tanks holding still. Even here, jockey, jockey, jockey.
No. You don't need to jockey when you're just holding in a position, mate. You don't need to jockey like every 2 seconds.
Okay, are you sure that you can't be seen from the south?
I'm pretty sure I can be seen out there, mate. But again, you don't need, when you're observing, you don't need to jockey all the time.
Okay, noted.
Okay, CO, indirect fires at 60 seconds.
Roger. Alpha 8, go.
Alpha 8 moving out.
40 seconds.
Bravo 1 and Bravo
Okay,
2,
Bravo
get in
1,
position.
moving forward slowly.
Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 'Incoming.
Bravo 1-3, Bravo 1-4, moving forward to Bravo 1 position. Over.
Okay, and now the indirect fires are coming ground, and the forward observer will put the rounds to the ground for 6 minutes so that the engineers have time to lay the bridge. When the supporting force is at the battle positions, they can, if they can't see any enemy, jockey at after, let's say, 1 minute or so, so they aren't, they can see the terrain at a different perspective. And the assault force, when you have the order to move out, you must be at a position that you can see already the bridge side, so you can move quickly to the bridge side. So when the engineers report that they are ready, you must be already on the move. 1 vehicle at a time at the bridge. When the first vehicle leaves the bridge, the second vehicle must already be coming across the bridge. So only 1 vehicle at a time at the bridge, but there must be no caps. And the vehicles that are waiting, they can't wait at the bridge side, but they must wait in a cover and time their movement to the bridge so that they are always moving and never at a disadvantage position.
Bravo 3, move out.
And when the last vehicle of the platoon has moved across the bridge, he must report that his platoon is over the bridge by reporting to the company net, let's say Bravo 3 over. Or over is a bad word. Bravo 3 across.
Bravo 1 has eyes on Bridgelaying.
Roger. Alpha 8, do you need 2 bridges for this?
Yeah, Alpha 66 from Bravo 66 from Alpha 8. Yes, I need to lay 2 bridges. 1 is successfully down. I am pulling back the bridge layer now, and the new one is on its way over.
Roger.
While he's laying that, I just want to say as a note here, it might be a very good idea if we kind of, at least in Steel Beast, pre-designate an area maybe with the engineers where they can put the bridge, so to like kind of prepare them if the width is just too much.
Yeah, but if we had the engineer section, they would have already figured out that this is too far for 1 bridge and he has to use 2 bridges.
Okay, I blame Katie.
Yeah.
How would do that?
I blame Katie for me falling asleep.
Way more forward then. All the way to the water.
Shut up.
I blame you.
But Swordsman, if every time you try to deploy the bridge, the engineer section would have prepared the ground for it, so it could support the weight of it, along with the weight of the tanks before they rolled over. And that's why you have the engineer section for that.
Okay, but I just need to know if it helps in SB to put it on. If it do, I'll put it on.
Well, that's the thing. If we have an engineer section, you would send him up first, so you wouldn't make a, I would say, vulnerable, because
Crossing.
our Bridgelaying vehicles are very high valuable target.
Okay, yeah, but we can do that. I'll put that in a note, and we can just discuss it afterwards on what we do best.
Yeah, because if you designate areas where the bridge must be laid, it will tie our hands, and we must act according to those places and not as according to the situation. Okay, now the bridge is almost ready, so Alpha 3 is currently holding back and waiting for the engineers to report when ready. And when they report ready, it should be in 10 seconds that the Alpha 11 Bravo 3 1 will cross the bridge. Sorry about the wrong platoons. The engineering vehicle will back up in front of the bridge.
What do you mean drive across to get it tested?
Yeah.
Bravo 66 Alpha 81 bridge laid. The reverse point alone 4 meters to the right is the starting point of the bridge over.
Roger. Alpha 3, go. Bravo 3, go. Sorry.
And
Bravo 3 crossing.
When we have the battlefield management systems, the engineers would mark the position of the bridge in detail, and where to approach the bridge and where to get out of the bridge, so everybody can see it from their computers.
Yeah, we're missing the function of just marking it in 3D, really.
Yeah.
It would be nice to be able to do that like mine bridge.
Oh, thank you for giving me that idea. I'm gonna talk to that about later with them then.
With who?
Deja Wolf and Dark and those blokes. Because it's actually quite needy to have that bit.
Another thing we haven't right now is that we should have a recovery vehicle close by to quickly pull up stuff that gets stuck.
Yeah, correct. And we should have at least when we are getting over it in a battalion size, we should have 2 bridge sites.
It's gonna look so freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, our point is that the guy who would be controlling the Barbers needs to make some dry runs to get a feeling for where the bridge is going to be laying when they start using it, so they don't put it too short or too far out.
Okay, Bravo 3, and now the last vehicle will report that Bravo 3 is over across.
Bravo 3 is across.
And don't stop in front of the bridge site. Just move when the whole platoon is across. Get into a line formation and move out, because you're now there's too many vehicles at the crossing site. Where is Bravo 1?
Bravo 2, go.
Bravo 2 copies.
And hey guys, like I said in the beginning, when the CO gives the crossing order, the platoon leaders take care that when their position is to cross, they will not need the CO's order to move out, but they must be ready to move when the platoon in front of them has moved over. So now there's no vehicles in the bridge, and the bridge is once again not used correctly.
Bravo 1-1, when we move off, we'll obviously go across in column and form up in, as we are on the other side, in position on Bravo 1 on the other side of the bridge, over. Bravo 1-1, we're moving out.
The whole company should be across one bridge.
Bravo 3, move out.
Under 5 minutes.
Bravo 1-1 is moving up, so they're coming behind Bravo 2.
Bravo 3, move out.
Yeah, you say that, but where the fuck do you want me to move out to?
Look at the map, F5.
The B3 position.
Okay.
Doug, what's your plan to leave Bravo 3 where they are currently standing, or was it the plan to move them to the southern position right away?
They were supposed to go right to the Bravo 3 position so they can secure our southern flank.
Yeah, that I thought so too.
And then take the eastern flank with the Bravo 2, and Bravo 1 would be the company reserve.
And guys, remember not to wait for the bridge crossing in the open, but to time your movement from the cover so that you are all the time moving, and when you get to the bridge you are in the correct position. And you don't have to wait for a vehicle to get over the bridge.
Bravo 2 crossing complete.
Bravo 1 is
Roger.
commencing crossing.
Archie, this is 6-6.
Artie?
Is HE shelling stopped, or is it still going on?
No, HE and smoke have been done.
Okay.
Over.
So Bravo 2, you go directly to position Bravo 2 or south of there, depending on how far you can look out.
B1, you
Roger.
need to push further up, mate.
And sorry about that, Doug. The FO should have reported that he has ended the fires. So sorry about that.
That's okay.
Bravo 1-3, you can cross over, mate.
Yeah, I think I got kicked out.
Cover that.
Because
Yeah,
on
seen,
my
can drop out.
yeah, mine says I'm already over.
Yeah, it says left the session. So, but that doesn't matter really. We're almost across. A few changes I want to do on the next run here. I'll let you know afterward.
Yeah,
Exciting placement there.
Don't worry. Yeah, I'll fix it.
I just sit back and
Last
listen to you
vehicle
guys.
from Bravo 1.
Just waiting
cross.
for Bravo 1-3 to cross.
But in theory, Abaddon,
Yeah.
now
1-3, you're still crossing, are you?
Nah, he's gone, mate.
he's gone. He
Just
dropped.
leave
But in theory, now we only need to have the recovery and supply with us, right?
Mhm.
And then we move like normal again to the next crossing.
Yeah.
Maybe, right? Okay. Because I would like to do this one more time with a few changes to the platoons and stuff, if that's okay.
Yeah,
And
of
make it
course.
less.
I'm ready for it if
Save-
everybody else is.
Save the plan, please, so we can load it quick again when we get in.
Well, Swordsman, I have to drop out. I need to go shopping before they close.
Okay, yeah, I'll just we'll have Abaddon take the beaver on the next one.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, so the only thing I have to add before I go is, like we said, don't forget to add engineer section or platoon that can do the recon ahead, and that's about it.
Okay,
So we can mark it up.
I'll do that, so we have a dedicated engineer platoon instead, with beavers and stuff.
A lot of beavers.
Excellent.
We have a lot of them. Okay, yeah. I'll close this one down.